on.
Okay, I'm going to show you how much hair you need to make a bracelet. I have 3 little marks on my finger.
Oh my god, you do?
I know. A, B, and C. A is like really skinny. If you wanted like multiple horses and you wanted to send me 3 different colors of hair, you could do the skinnier one. If you want a really skinny bracelet, I could make something out of this, but it has to be the longest hairs possible. B and C. So anyway, first what we're gonna do, you need some Vegetable and Shine, Shoshine, something, or wash your tail with conditioner, yada yada, brush and scary scissors that nobody ever wants to use on their horse's tail unless they're trimming it. So we're gonna try to show you the best way to take some if you want a bracelet without taking too much hair and having it grow out nicely so that it doesn't affect the beauty of your animal. So if you can grab the longest hairs at the bottom, you know, I know that some of us cut the tail at the bottom and, you know, what do you want to say, bang it. His tail's super long, so we're using him as an example. I'm gonna try to see if I can go up to his tail. I know, I'm standing right behind my horse. Okay, I'm gonna stand next to my horse on the side. I'm gonna go up to the base of the tailbone. I'm gonna run my hand down the hair and see if I can find the longest piece. Okay, so I got really lucky. So here's a lot of the really, because what I'll do is I shake out the little ones and I try to use as much of the same length hair as possible, and then it makes for a really nice braid, and then you don't get little extra hairs that stick out that you have to end up trimming off in the long run. So this is like way up deep, so this is quite a bit. Okay, and if I snip it from up in here, everything else will cover and you'll never see it, right? So maybe I can get my lovely assistant Natalie to zoom in here.
Yep.
So as you see, this is ½ inch, I think. So I'll write that in the comments here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a pretty, you know, so if you can deal with cutting that much, you can get a thicker bracelet like this. It's about 8 millimeters wide in the clasp, so something like this could be made, or I have some thick, fatter square one. So this is a skinny square one, so that would be, you know, could be B or C. So if you want to do a little less, you can go to there and make sure it's like really tight. And again, if the hairs, see, look at this, these are the same length and this is really skinny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the most, if you want one bracelet, see, this is going to be the thickest part, right? So the more you can take, really, like the more I can make as far as like options. But if you want to not take much, I can typically make a really skinny one like this if you can dare, you know, do a little B. And I'll write what the little measurements are. But this would be maybe half. So if you have multiple horses and you only want to send a little and do 3 or 4 different colors, then you could just do a little. So depending on what kind of tail your horse has or how much you're willing to sacrifice, obviously this horse could sacrifice a fatter bracelet and then it's going to grow out straight down and you literally would barely even notice that it's gone. Okay,
Keep going.
there's one more thing we thought of that I forgot to mention, is that if you don't want to take a lot and your horse's tail is really long, I can always cut it in half and go like this to make something fatter. So there's another option. But the longest hairs you possibly can, because like I said, all these little guys are probably gonna get pushed out. So anyway, cool, scariest part. You can do it. Ah!
The end.
Look.
You can't even tell.
Can't even tell.
Beautiful.